evening, I'm Lee Jordan.
I'm Leon Bibb, and for Danita this evening, in the past 2 weeks we've reported several shootings here in Cleveland, the victims only teenagers, one as young as 11 years old.
An 18-year-old man is the latest victim of violence. Terrell Dunson was left to die in the middle of East 169th Street in Cleveland's East Side early this morning. It is the second time a teen has been shot and killed in the last week. News Channel 5's Tracy Carlos has more. And Tracy, you found out teens aren't just the victims, but they're also behind the trigger.
Yeah, Lee, that's right. You know, it's a trend in cities across the country, and police here in Cleveland say they need the community's help now, perhaps more than ever before. This 53-year-old woman who does not want to be identified survived being shot not once, but twice.
Both times I was an innocent bystander, and I could have lost my life both times.
And she has the scars to prove it. Each time she says it was a young person who pulled the trigger.
The youth of America is extra violent. I think that they live by the sword, they die by the sword. They have this thug mentality that I'm gonna get you before you get me. And it's a shame because that's our next generation.
In fact, police blame the majority of gun violence happening in Cleveland and cities across the country on young people. The trend shows victims and suspects are getting younger every year.
Our violence on the streets is that age group between 15 and 25, the majority of it. And those numbers come down every year, and that's just not in Cleveland, but that's nationally.
Cleveland had the lowest murder rate in decades last year. This time last year, there were 54 homicides. So far this year, murders are down 4. Felonious assaults without guns are also down slightly, but felonious assaults with guns are up, more than 9% from a year ago.
It's something that's concerning, very concerning for the police department and the community.
There are 1,451 Cleveland police officers fighting crime, but police cannot be everywhere.
The community as a whole is the most important component to reducing gun violence.
This woman says from what she sees, some in the next generation only care about the violence.
They forgot about education, they forgot about morals, they forgot about traditions. All they care about is my reputation. And it's just like Jesse James in the Wild Wild West now.
Now, this weekend, the Cleveland Police Department participated in a gun buyback program. They collected 736 guns. And here's an interesting point. Police say even after they had no more gift cards to give out, the community was still coming and turning in those guns, an example of how the community can help. Reporting live in Cleveland, Tracy Carlos, News Channel 5.